Tiffany Haddish. Been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke.
My very first movie I ever did that I was a star in, I was homeless while I was shooting that movie. They were supposed to pay me $1,200 to do the movie. It was a non-union film, so there's nothing I could do about it. They never paid me a dime. The producers gave me 10 DVDs and said, sell those, good luck.
The king has walked in and they have to respect it. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people.
We used to go to a lot of funerals back in the day because a lot of people were getting killed in our community. And so we would go to these funerals and, be like, let's see if I can meet a guy. This is a perfect place to meet a guy. I want to know what your credit score is, because how good your credit score is probably how you gonna handle my heart.
I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish in the movie School Dance. The clip for School Dance has been seen more times than the movie has. That's just a fact.
Back in 2018, during an unforgettable interview, Katt delivered a brutal critique of Tiffany Haddish, claiming her rise to fame wasn't built on talent, but on a well-crafted narrative pushed by Hollywood. At that time, many people dismissed it as jealousy or just another Katt Williams popular rant. But fast forward to today, and the controversies surrounding Tiffany's career and public behavior have people questioning whether Katt saw something we didn't.
I think there's people that are afraid in allowing women to have control of their physical person.
Why do you think that?
Well, that's for the next comedy special,
Yeah.
isn't it?
From allegations of grooming to awkward public stunts, Tiffany has gone from being Hollywood's golden child to a polarizing figure in comedy. Her quick rise, forced by her breakout role in Girls Trip, painted her as a fresh, authentic voice in the industry. But critics, including Katt, have also pointed out that Tiffany hasn't consistently shown the comedic chops or depth to back up the hype. So, was Katt Williams simply bitter? Or did he spot the cracks in the foundation of Tiffany Haddish's fame before anyone else did? Let's rewind to what Katt said and explore if his harsh words were a prophecy about what was to come.
You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. And they already ready to down Monique and up somebody who has showed them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip goofball?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe.
Katt Williams made waves back in 2018 during his appearance on V103's Frank and Wanda in the Morning. Known for his unfiltered honesty, Katt didn't hold back when the conversation turned to Tiffany Haddish. He questioned her comedic abilities, delivering the memorable jab. Haddish has been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes, back to back for an hour. This one line sparked debates in comedy circles, as Katt argued that Tiffany had yet to prove herself as a stand-up powerhouse. Beyond that, Katt also pointed out her lack of solo comedy specials and national tours at the time, which he suggested was a key difference between Tiffany and other female comedians who had earned their stripes on the road. His critique extended to her breakout role in Girls Trip, which he credited not to Tiffany's comedic originality, but to a strong script written by the creators of Blackish. He revealed that her fame was more about Hollywood's agenda than her raw talent, stating, "They didn't choose her because she was funny. They chose her because she's willing to say whatever." For some people, these comments felt like unnecessary shots fired from a bitter comedian. But others couldn't stop wondering if Katt had a point. Tiffany was riding high on the success of Girls Trip and being hailed as the next big thing. But her comedy career lacked the traditional milestones of specials or iconic stand-up sets that define many top-tier comedians. As Tiffany Haddish's career progressed, her public antics began to overshadow her work, lending more weight to Katt's early critique. During a visit to Dodgers Stadium, Tiffany found herself in the middle of a shouting match with a fan. The argument ended in an awkward exchange that was caught on video and shared online. Social media reactions were swift, with some fans accusing her of being obnoxious and unprofessional. But this wasn't the first time Tiffany's behavior in a public environment drew negative attention. However, it revealed a pattern that many fans found concerning. Another incident came during Usher's highly publicized Las Vegas residency. Tiffany caused a stir when she was seen dancing near Michael Jordan during the event. But the real moment that went viral came when she was filmed sticking her tongue out at Usher in an exaggerated manner. Social media exploded with memes, calling her behavior cringe, and questioning whether her actions were appropriate for the occasion. While many users ignored it as harmless fun, these incidents fed into a growing narrative that Tiffany's public persona was becoming very erratic. The awkward moments didn't stop with this. At the MTV VMAs, Tiffany made headlines again, this time for photobombing and following Shakira. Video clips showed her trailing the Colombian superstar and inserting herself into photos, even after it became clear Shakira was uncomfortable. Fans were quick to label the behavior as creepy and desperate, with many people questioning Tiffany's sense of boundaries. The backlash was huge, with social media lighting up with criticisms about Haddish's need for attention. What may have started as a playful gesture was now considered as uncomfortable for everyone. While these public antics could be dismissed as overzealous humor or simply missteps, they've added to a broader conversation about Tiffany Haddish's rise and the ongoing scrutiny of her behavior.
Very shocking allegations of child abuse against Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. A new lawsuit against the comedians have accused the comedians of to child actors during the filming of a skit.
Now Tiffany's career took a darker turn when she faced a lawsuit involving allegations of inappropriate content in sketches featuring children. The lawsuit accused her and comedian Aries Spears of participating in disturbing material that left many fans shocked. Although the case was dismissed, the damage to her reputation was huge. Public backlash came out, as the internet rarely forgets anything. Tiffany even attempted to defend herself on Instagram Live, but her response, which included laughing off the accusations and deflecting blame, only added fuel to the fire. Critics accused her of lacking accountability, while fans questioned whether her carefree public persona was masking some issues. This controversy brought a lot of eyeballs to her career, as fans began to revisit her meteoric rise to fame. Many folks started asking uncomfortable questions about whether Tiffany's ascent was built on a tough foundation.
Tiffany Haddish says she deeply regrets acting in a comedy sketch that's resulted in a child abuse lawsuit against her and comedian Aries Spears. Today on Instagram, she wrote in part, "I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret having agreed to act in it."
Despite the early buzz following Girls Trip, Tiffany has struggled to maintain the momentum in her career. While her peers, like Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle, have gone on to dominate the stand-up world with major tours and specials, her comedy career has been plateaued. She's yet to deliver a solo comedy special that resonates with audiences on a large scale or go on a headline-worthy tour. Her film and TV roles have also failed to live up to the promise of Girls Trip. Instead of building on her initial success, she's often been relegated to minor projects or typecast as the loud, quirky character. This, coupled with public controversies, has led us to label her a D-list celebrity, a term that surfaces frequently on social media when discussing her career trajectory.
I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
But now that they've changed face, you know,
I
you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your,
I don't have no job.
As her public image became more polarizing, some fans started connecting the dots back to Katt Williams' 2018 critique. A person commented saying, "4 years later, and still waiting for someone to tell me their favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Another one added, Everything Katt said is accurate in Hollywood. They absolutely look at looks as a prerequisite to hiring you, no matter how we like it or not. Also, I'm still waiting to hear a good Tiffany Haddish joke. While Katt's comments about Tiffany were blunt, they were part of a broader critique of the entertainment industry's treatment of Black comedians, especially women. During his V103 interview, Katt took the opportunity to praise overlooked talents like Luenell and Melanie Camarco, two comedians he argued had put in decades of work but never received the same level of recognition. By highlighting their contributions, Katt shined a light on the industry's tendency to prioritize marketability over raw talent. Katt also pointed out the double standards in Hollywood, where certain performers are elevated not because of their skill, but because they fit a specific mold. He argued that Tiffany's rise was less about her authenticity and more about her willingness to bow down to Hollywood's expectations. This critique wasn't necessarily an attack on Tiffany personally, but a commentary on the systemic issues within the industry. One of Katt's controversial claims was that Tiffany's fame was tied to her ability to seem real while playing into stereotypes that Hollywood finds marketable. He alleged that Tiffany's willingness to accept roles and projects that reinforced certain narratives accelerated her rise, but at the cost of genuine artistic respect. This commentary resonated with people who feel the entertainment industry often uses authenticity as a buzzword while sidelining those who challenge the status quo. But this raises a major question. Was Tiffany simply playing the game to succeed in an unforgiving industry? Or did she lean too heavily into Hollywood's expectations at the expense of her craft? Katt's critique forces a deeper conversation about the cost of fame and the challenges Black comedians face in breaking through without compromising their individuality.
Comedian wants to be a musician, and every musician wants to be a comedian, because it's all about timing, right? And it's just like feeling comfortable. And I would love to do a collaboration, if you will, with me, Eddie Murphy, and Jamie Foxx.
That would be great. You know those guys.
I do know those guys, but they have not been answering their phone over the last 6 months. I don't know what's going on.
Tiffany Haddish made a big appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, trying to address some of the recent controversies that have overshadowed her career. Her explanation of the Usher concert antics, where she danced near Michael Jordan and shared a viral tongue-out moment with Usher. On the show, she clarified that the incident was a misunderstanding. She explained it as a playful celebration with a friend, adding her usual charm and humor to lighten the situation.
No, I was not dancing for Michael Jordan. He was sitting next to my homegirl, right? And I was dancing for her. It was her birthday, a celebration. And I was telling her, get up, come on, let's dance. And she's like, no, no, no. And I'm like, get your up, get your old ass up, let's dance, let's dance. And she's like, no. So that I started dancing.
Well, let's look at the video. We will
Watch
decide
it all the way
what's
through.
going on
See,
here.
I'm not talking
now,
to him.
that's Michael right
and
there.
He's laughing at me talking to her. I start dancing. That's his wife sitting next to him. I don't know who that is that's filming.
While some fans applauded her for directly addressing the moment, opinions were far from unanimous. Social media erupted with different reactions. Many viewers appreciated her openness, praising her for being unfiltered and unapologetic. Others, however, felt her explanation fell flat, accusing her of ignoring accountability or brushing off what they saw as cringeworthy behavior.
Did Michael Jordan like it?
He was laughing really hard. I said hi to him. I talked to his wife. I asked her if she could teach me her ways. Please teach me your ways.
What do you mean by that?
She got a Jordan. I want one too.
I see. Oh, yeah.
I want one too.
Really only...
This appearance on Jimmy Kimmel was more than just damage control. It was Tiffany's attempt to reclaim her narrative. But did it work? Some fans argued that her humor proved she was still the same down-to-earth Tiffany they fell in love with after Girls Trip. Others felt the interview lacked depth, questioning if her charm could continue to gloss over such controversies.
What up, y'all? It's me, Tiffany Haddish, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been out here in Miami since yesterday's night or early this morning, and I partied. I partied all night. I partied not even night. I partied all morning. I went to bed at 7. It's whatever time it is right now, I'm up.
The reception to Tiffany Haddish's redemption efforts brings the conversation back to Katt Williams. His 2018 critique seems prophetic now. Katt didn't just challenge Haddish's comedic chops, he questioned the industry machinery that pushed her to stardom. With every public misstep and lukewarm project, fans are reminded of his past allegations. Katt's warning wasn't just about Tiffany. It was a reflection on Hollywood's tendency to prioritize marketability over substance. His concerns about the industry molding talent to fit certain narratives while sidelining others feel more realistic. Tiffany seems to mirror the same challenges Katt was calling out. But where does this leave her? Well, she's trying to balance the charm that made her a household name with the need to evolve beyond the controversies and stereotypes. For Tiffany, redemption isn't just about clarifying past actions. It's about proving she has the power to stay relevant in a competitive industry. But what do you guys think? Was Katt Williams right all along about Tiffany Haddish and the entertainment industry? Or has she been misunderstood? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But one thing's for sure, when Katt Williams speaks, the world listens. And sometimes he's extremely accurate.